morning, my dear students. Good morning. All have to come in video mode. I'm audible, Pragati?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Already started your second unit. That is service marketing second unit. Pragati, please mute your speaker.
Sir, sorry.
So, your second unit is understanding customer expectation through market research. Already informed and discussed also what is that market research and how its impact on the service marketing manager and why that service sector plays a very important role instead of manufacturing sector, sales and any other sector. Okay, in service sector there is a more income. Why there is a more income, as all of you are aware about that. So you learnt already that gap model also. Okay, gap 1, gap 2, gap 3 and gap 4. So your second unit is totally depend on your that gap 1 model. So what are the major customer expectations are there, and what are the company perception of customer expectations within these two particular points? What are the major factors those are coming under that for the purpose to lead that gap? Okay, for the purpose to again to reduce that gap. Okay, what are the particular strategies you are going to implement to your service marketing or service sector in any organization? That is what about the whole that this your unit is. So depend on what kind of particular organizations are there, depend on what kind of strategies as a service marketing manager they are going to implement to their organization. So depend on that. Okay, the gap 1 is dependent. If there is no any proper services given by the service provider to the end user, means there is again enlargement in the gap 1. Means the customers, they are not going to become too satisfied about the service. But when there is a proper strategies implemented by the any service marketing manager in the any organization, take an example. Okay, no doubt that will reduces the gap 1. So again it will increases the customer satisfaction also, and it leads to end user loyal to your organization. So I will discuss the meaning of service research and what are the types. I'll discuss completed complaint solicitation, requirement research, critical incident research, trailer calls, mystery shopping, customer panel, lost customer research, satisfaction survey, circle survey. Up to circle survey, okay, I completed what are the major methods or types of service researches are there to identify the quality of service, to identify the satisfaction level of the customers, whether they are loyal to the organization though or no, for the purpose to identify their behaviors of the customers, for the purpose to identify the perceptions about the end users related to your particular service sector. So these all are the major important particular types of that service researches. In today, I want to discuss on particular one more, and that is a very important type of service research, that is exit survey. So exit survey is the survey while are going to collect the information by the customers while they're going to uh, take such a kind of service after services. Okay. Uh, Before that, okay, whatever you are going to take, maybe that is with respect to call means service quality. Exit surveys are the major objective of this policy are to obtain immediate feedback on performance of service transactions. Whatever the service transactions, those are given by service providers to the end user for the purpose to collect immediate feedback by the end users. Okay, this exit survey plays a very important role. By this, as a service marketing manager, you can collect immediate feedback, immediate performance of the employee. Okay, so it creates loyal to your organization. It creates a good relationship between service providers and again to the uh, this one customers. So second major objective of this exit survey is to measure effectiveness of changes in service delivery. No doubt, our duty is to give service delivery to end users, but how much that is effective? Is there any changes required or no? We need to work on that. We need to identify that. So, for the purpose to identify that whether our service is effective or no, okay, if there is any changes are required or no. So, for the purpose to analyze that effectiveness, okay, this exit survey again it gives the immediate feedback from the customers. And next is to assess service performance of individuals and teams. If there is any services given by the any individual person, maybe any team members by the organization, take an example, it becomes very easy for you people to analyze maybe one's individual performance in the organization or team performance by the organization. So customer they can tell or they can write maybe in any kind of particular that survey, so they can answer very easily and it becomes one of the major document to maintain that as an uh, one of the major document to the any auditing purpose. So first fourth one is to use an input for process improvements. If there is any changes in the improvements, okay, if there is any changes in the steps in the processes of the improvements, take an example, if we are going to give services, so it gives the proper documentation, it gives the proper ideas, it gives the proper information for the purpose to change, for the purpose to improve any steps related to your services to your end users. This is coming into the exit survey. And next is to identify common service failure points, because it is no doubt it is an immediate feedback given by the customers to the organization. Okay, so on the basis of that, if there is any failure in the services, okay, if there is any major errors that is going to happening between you and your customers, if there is any conflicts, disputes, if there is a any quality related issues, so it becomes very easy for you people to collect that such a kind of information by the customers and give such a kind of again feedback to again to the top authority, and this is a chance to any organizations to improve themselves by this particular exit survey. Then next particular type of that service research is that is service expectation meetings or reviews. See, as an service provider or service marketing manager, okay, you need to meet with your customers, one who are your target customers are there. You need to meet them, or it becomes one of the habit as to the service marketing manager to review again and again whether they are satisfied or no, for the purpose to gain more profit, for the purpose to maintain that customer loyalty. Okay, as a service marketing manager, your major role is to you need to meet them directly. You need to collect that those persons performances, what kind of performance is going to happening in your organization. You need to collect that data by your customers, so you need to review those points, then it becomes very easy for you to maintain that quality to your organization. So the major objectives of this service expectation meetings, okay, here expectations related to the customers, okay, for the purpose to analyze the expectations of the customers, as a service marketing manager you need to meet to your customers. Okay, so you need to identify the standardities of the uh, um, particular service providers by your customers. The major objective is to create dialogue with important customers. Who are your important customers? Who are your target customers? Okay, who are loyal to your organization. For them you need to keep that relationship, so then it becomes very easy for you to, okay, maintain that importance to your customers. Okay, to identify what individual large customers expect and then to ensure that it is delivered. So depend on the expectations of the end users. Okay, you need to give them better service. You need to deliver such a kind of services to your end user. So next is to close the loop with important customers. If there is any problem, okay, you need to discuss with your customers. Then you have to identify that what is the important of that any particular discussion or any interview or any face-to-face interaction between you and your customers. So it becomes very easy for you to maintain such a kind of quality of particular services to your end users by your employees. So for the purpose to analyze these all, okay, service expectation meetings as a service marketing manager, you need to maintain this research, that is service expectation meetings or periodical reviews. Periodical reviews in the sense every month, or maybe take an example when they will come to your organization. That time you can take that or make that as a habit to collect such a kind of information by your customers, maybe to face to face, maybe by an interview, maybe by phone calling, whatever. So next one is to next type is that is market oriented ethnography. Ethnography is what? It is a branch of uh, anthropology. Means it tells about the specific human cultures and societies. What are the cultures we need to implement to our service organization? Here, culture is not only related to the employee, okay, not only related to the providers. It is in between the interactive marketing, means internal marketing, external marketing, and interactive marketing. In between the authority of one who are there in the organization, maybe top level authority to all the employees one who are working with your organization, maybe the relationship with the higher authority and the customer, or maybe the relationship with the between the your service providers and customers. So for the purpose to analyze the culture of your organization, okay, how you are going to improve your organization culture, what are the principles you are going to implement to your organization, what are the objectives you are going to frame to your service sector, what are the major challenges you are going to take to your service organizations to maintain such a kind of relation or to maintain such a kind of culture between you and your end users, you and your employees. That's coming under the one of the major, that is type of service research is, that is market oriented ethnography. Here the major objectives of this market oriented ethnography is to research customer in natural settings, okay, naturally, okay, how they are behaving to your organization, okay, what are the major expectations are there, what are the major needs are there, okay. As an service marketing manager, you need to study the ethnography. You need to change that culture of your organization. If there is any bad culture is there, if there is no any proper quality of service provided by you people to the end users, means you need to change that culture. You need to maintain that timing, you need to maintain that particular cost, everything in detail. So then only it becomes very useful to your organizations to maintain that standardity. Then uh, second objective is to study customers while they are in service encounter. Service encounter is nothing but it is the relationship between the service provider and the customers while they are going to take the services, while again service providers are willing to give service delivery to the end users. That's why that's called as service encounter. In the time of that encounter, okay, you need to study the customers, their behavior, their perception, okay, what are their wants, okay, whether they are satisfied or no, everything you need to analyze that. Yeah, because for the purpose to analyze this all, first of all you need to create that culture in your organization. You need to follow the rules and regulations. You need to tell such a kind of principles or any rules and regulations to your employee. Then only it becomes very easy for you to analyze the need, or wants of the customers, so you can maintain such a kind of any relationship with your customers. That's coming under the market oriented ethnography. Then 13th type of service research is, that is, future expectations research. Already you are giving such a kind of services, but maybe now it is 2020, in the vision of 2022 you are working in the same service sector in the same organization. Take an example in any company. So what are the major vision is there to your 2021 or 22? What are the major changes you want to immediately you are going to take such a kind of particular decision with related to maybe future oriented? Okay, so what are the challenges are there? What are the future coming challenges are there? What are the major technically you are going to change in your organization? How much you are going to maintain such a kind of particular technical knowledge? Already you are having such a kind of technical knowledge, but what are the major wants in the future life? What are the challenges in the future life? Okay, already skills are there related to your services, but what are the major future challenges are there? What are the skills I need to implement? What are the skills I need to improve while I am going to give such a kind of any particular service to any end users? You need to think on that. So that's coming under the future expectation research. Future expectation research is, this is related to what kind of particular other organization they maintaining the such a kind of competencies, how we should implement, what are the qualities they are implementing, what we should implement. Okay, what are the principles they are implementing, and what we need to implement such a kind of principles, how they are maintaining their relationship with the all the clients, how we should implement. Okay, and this is what about the cross verification, you and your competitors, you and your customers, as per the need, as per the future need of the organization. Okay, you need to change that particular system, you need to change that particular culture, you need to change that particular all the again objectives, you need to change some objectives also if there is a need. So like that, you have to think about the future. Okay, you need to think about the customers, then only it becomes very easy for you people to sustain in the organization. You need to sustain in the present market, then only you can maintain that your standardity and your customer loyalty your uh, company. So what are the major objectives of this particular future expectations research? That is, to forecast future expectations of customers. What are the major future customer expectations are there? So as per that, you need to implement, you need to maintain those skills, you should be competent, you have to maintain that quality, you have to maintain such a kind of standardity, you have to follow the rules and regulations of the organization, you have to follow the laws of the government, you need to follow that standardity. Okay, those all are coming into that. So major thing here is, as per the need of the future standards, as per the need of the customers, their future okay expectations, you need to prepare now only, you start to work now only. Those all are coming under the future expectations research. Then second objective is to develop and test new service ideas. That's what new ideas are. You should be invent something, you should be innovative, you have to collect such a kind of information, then on the basis of that you need to work, then only it is possible to maintain that satisfactory level of your end users. That's coming under the 13th type of service research, that is future expectations research. Then 14th, that is service blueprints. It is also major type of service research. Okay, suketsu, siketsu. Okay, there are some particular blueprints are there. Okay, while you're going to go for that, take an example of any automobile sector. Okay, they will mention not only in automobile sector, maybe go to any service sector. Okay, they have their own particular service blueprint. Okay, so on the basis of that only they will give such a kind of services to end users. Why service blueprint plays a very important role? For the purpose to maintain that standardity, for the purpose to maintain that quality of services, for the purpose to maintain that service delivery in that time, for the purpose to maintain that end user satisfaction, for the purpose to maintain that end users loyalty. So this all plays a very important role. So when there is a proper service blueprints are there with respect to your organization, it is also one of the major particular search type. Okay, so depend on the need, as in each and every organization nowadays they are implementing good particular service blueprints to their organization. When there is a proper or common blueprints are there, as an employee or a service provider of that particular organization, they need to follow the steps, they need to follow the each and every step of that particular service blueprint. It includes service blueprint, it includes all the steps, duration of service, okay, quality of service, okay, then delivery time. It includes all, then only it plays a very important role. So if there is an example or if there is any exact blueprints are there related to the service sector of the organization, no doubt that tells or that creates customer satisfaction, customer loyalty. So by this, the major objective is to better understand and improve the service process. As an customer, as an service provider, they can understand better and improve the exact service steps. Then to develop the what are the steps, uh, and you can test new service ideas also by this particular blueprint. So these are the major particular types of services researches. Okay, 1 minute. So no doubt there is a one question for your final exam. Very long question or 10 mark question they will ask. They will ask simply one question: what is a service research, and explain what are the types of service research. They will ask simple question. You need to mention these all 14 kinds of service researches, and you need to explain what is that exactly, three to four lines of explanation, and you need to explain the objectives of each and every research type. Then next one is, that is understanding customer expectation through market research. Again, you need to understand what are the major expectations of customers. Okay, you need to analyze those all particular expectations by market research. As per what I mentioned, what those are the various research types, but here this is core on only market research. What I mentioned, it is very important. You need to research on market only. What are the expectations are there with respect to the present market conditions. Okay, what is the condition of the market, what is the level of that market, whether they are you are you implementing qualitative or quantitative research, what are the perceptions of customers, expectations, what are the values. Okay, then what is the cost of that, how you are going to implementing, how you are going to take such kind of particular data. Okay, including your statistical validity if that is necessary, and what are the major priorities or importances. Okay, what kind of particular frequency is there, and by these all you write down that inferences. So on the basis of that, okay, you need to identify whether the customers are loyal or no. You need to identify that what are the behavioral intentions and behaviors of the end users. So these all are going to happen when, as a service marketing manager, if they are interested in market research. Market research means the sense, again here as a customer. When there is a customer, there is a market. When there is no customer, there is no need of that market. So Here major thing is always to the service marketing, customers are the god. Without customers there is no any meaning to the market, there is no any meaning to the service sector. So uh, as an service marketing manager, they need to understand first what are the expectations are there to the customers by, that is, market research. You need to analyze that market. Okay, so in that it includes the both qualitative and quantitative research. I already mentioned to the class in previous class, qualitative research is totally depend on the, maybe by observation. As an service marketing manager, you need to collect that particular any market research. You need to analyze the market condition. You need to analyze the customer expectations by, maybe by observation, maybe by interview with your end users. Okay, so that's what that's coming into the qualitative. And quantitative means you need to maintain that survey, you need to prepare some questionnaires. Okay, you need to distribute such a kind of service to the all the customers. So depend on their particular maybe respondents evaluation. Okay, after all, taking such a kind of feedback by the all the people or by the society or by the customers, take an example, you need to put into the statistical, and you need to write that particular uh, inferences. So once you are going to write the inferences, need to identify and need to work on that. Coming into the quantitative research, there are two kind of particular, qualitative and quantitative. Depend on the time, depend on the need, depend on the location, depend on the size of the market, depend on the respondent size. Okay, so depend on all these parameters. Okay, you can as in service marketing manager, okay, you can go through maybe either qualitative research or quantitative research. So next point is, that is, it includes both perceptions and expectations of customers. No doubt, if you are following any qualitative, you want it qualitative also. By this qualitative and that research, you can analyze the expectations or perceptions of the customers by observation, or maybe by interview with the customers, or maybe by counseling with your customers. Okay, or by these all, okay, you can collect that the what the kind of the perception towards the organization, or perception towards the service sector, or perception towards the all the service providers, and their expectations towards the particular they need. So they can, or as a service marketing manager, you can collect by qualitative. Quantitative I already explained. Okay, by doing survey, by questionnaire, you can collect that such a kind of particular perception or expectations of the customers. So by this market research, by the service marketing manager, they can balance the cost of the research and value of the information. If there is a proper value is there by that particular research, what you collect as such a kind of information. Okay, if there is a any expectations, like if you want to change anything in the service sector, if you want to change in any service steps, if you want to change any particular service blueprint as per the need or wants of the customers, by this market research, take an example, if that is a valued one, that what you collected, that information is valid one, then again you need to analyze that cost. Once you analyze that cost, okay, then it becomes very easy for you to change such a kind of particular steps. The cost is more expensive, take an example, okay, then it becomes very difficult to the service marketing managers. So, before going to give any particular services, as a service marketing manager, they need to analyze, okay, market research. That's what I told before uh, 10 minutes back. That is, you need to include statistical validity when necessary. How many customers they are expecting? Okay, if there is any change required, you need to collect that data. You need to put into statistical method, collect that inferences. So on the basis of that, you need to give majorly what are the major priorities are there, what are the major importances are there. You need to give to the major importance, you need to give that major priority. Means when there is a more expectations are there by the end users, so depend on that. Okay, you need to work on that. Okay, then uh, it becomes very appropriate frequency to you to change what are the expectations are there to the end users. And it includes majorly, or it gives the appropriate uh, customer loyalty. Then by giving such a kind of all the services as per the need of the end users, or by market research, by analyze the conditions of the market research. Okay, it improves the uh, good particular interaction between service provider and the end users. So it can enhances the behavioral intentions of or behavior of the customers also. So here service marketing manager plays a very important role to analyze the what are the present particular market research is there, how we should work on that, then what are the major future outcomes are there, then how I should run my business, and without stopping my particular organization. Okay, not only concentrating to the only to the production, after sales service also. Okay, you need to maintain a good relationship between the you and your end users, then only there is a meaning. So this is very important. Okay, you need to concentrate on all the market condition, market research, what are the expectations are there by the end users, you need to concentrate. So next one is, that is relationship marketing. What is that relationship marketing? Oh, okay, why we should maintain that relationship marketing? Once you sell your particular product, after that, if you're not going to give such a kind of any services to your end users, then there is no any proper relationship. So for the purpose to maintain that relationship between you and your end users, okay, you need to maintain that relationship. Okay, then what is that exactly the relationship is? It is one of the major basic purpose of any organization. Okay, you need to concentrate on that particular basic purpose. Okay, is to create customer and retain them. For the purpose to retain the existing and new particular customers, what are the strategies you are going to implement, what are the steps you are going to follow, what are the major processes there. That's coming under the relationship marketing. Relationship marketing is not only to take care about the existing customers. Okay, even one who are new customers to your service sector. Okay, you need to identify them. Okay, and you need to maintain those particular relationships. uh, what is it then, what is that exactly the relationship marketing is? Relationship marketing is, maybe it is a relationship between the both the management, service provider, and the end users. So the basic purpose of an organization is to create customers and retain them. Okay, instead of old customers, again you need to create new customers, you need to attract new customers, you need to give them better opportunity, you need to maintain that satisfactory level, and again you have to maintain same particular customers to your organization. Means you need to retain them without losing any such a kind of customers. That's called as relationship marketing. See, and they will ask what is that relationship marketing is. 3 mark question. It is the basic purpose of an organization is to create customers and retain them. Means it's very simple. You need to create the customers. Okay, as a service provider, you need to create customers and retain them to the same particular service organization. That is what the major meaning to the relationship marketing. Creating or attracting customers becomes very easy, but for the purpose to retain same particular customers becomes very difficult. Then what are the, for the purpose to maintain same particular customers to your organization, for the purpose to retain same particular customers to your organization, then what are the steps you need to follow? What are the stages of customer relationship? First one is to awareness. Awareness means you need to aware about the customers, means you need to analyze, okay, who is your exact target customers, their location, their perception, their behavior, okay, including all as per the market research. For the purpose to again maintain same customers to your organization, to retain same particular customers to your organization, you need to aware how I should give such a kind of service to end users. Okay, what is the cost? Okay, what is that service delivery time? Everything you need to aware. Then only it becomes very easy to maintain that customer relationship. Then exploration. You need to explore what kind of service you are giving, what is that delivery time, what is the quality, what is the cost, okay, everything in detail you need to explore that. Then expansion, for the purpose to maintain your relationship with your customers, you need to expand that service. Instead of maintaining only one service sector nearby any one taluka level or district level or maybe in state wise, take an example. For if you want to expand your particular service sector, take an example, means you need to expand your business, you need to expand your relationship with all the customers geographically, demographically, psychographically, behaviorally. You need to implement all those market segments to the service sector again. Then only you can expand that. So the major problem is like this only. See, if your customers are maybe outside the country, they are unable to come to your parent this one where you're giving such a kind of services. So for the purpose to reach other country also, you need to open one more particular service sector in other country also. Means as per where is your target customers are there, okay, depend on that, depend on their location, okay, you need to maintain systematically that particular service sector. That may be any sector. Service sector is not only the education sector, insurance sector, maybe any banking sector. No, any sector. It might be any sector. So depend on your business, depend on what kind of business you are running now. So depend on all those points. Okay, you need to expand that, and you need to take that as a and commitment. Depend on the taste of the end users, depend on the need of the end users for the purpose to maintain good relationship between you and your uh, end users. Take that as a commitment and run your particular business smoothly. Okay, that's the major commitment. Okay, if there is a proper commitments are there, no doubt there is no any problem between you and your end users. Otherwise, and there is a dissolution of your particular customer relationship. Okay, maybe I'll take this few more slides maybe next class. Prag sir is absent today, that's why I took his sir class. And 10:30, okay, already now it is 10:40. Maybe next class I'll take my next class and take 2 to 3 minutes rest, and again I'll have to log in. Okay, thank you.